Hey everybody, what's up? Mover75 back again with another Playroom Reactions. There's bound to be some adult jokes hidden anywhere in media, whether it's music, whether it's TV, whether it's film. Even animated kids programs can have some adult jokes now and then. And you can find those on the internet, believe me. This one is 10 inside jokes in video games, brought to you by the guys at Watchmojo.com. Game on.
These jokes prove that video game developers really do have a sense of humor.
Oh, very well. Let me see what I can recall.
Welcome to Watchmojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 inside jokes in video games.
When you know your purpose, come see me.
For this list, we're looking at inside jokes that the developers snuck into a game regarding the development process. These can be anything from jokes about scrapped ideas, hidden jokes about the developers, or anything else regarding the game's development.
Explain this odd behavior.
We're excluding Easter eggs that reference other games and companies, like the Doom Marine found in Duke Nukem 3D.
That's one Doom Space Marine.
And we're only looking at jokes that developers put in their own games regarding their own creators.
Well, they're only human. But made by humans.
Number 10, Captain Black Eye, Banjo-Tooie.
Hey, it's a pirate! Captain Black Eye.
Captain Black Eye only appears in one level of Banjo-Tooie, hidden away in the back of Jolly's farm, drunkenly ranting about how he once had a dream. He's not referencing Martin Luther King Jr., but lamenting the fact that a previous role of his was cut from the finished product. You see, Black Eye was originally going to be the main antagonist of Project Dream, an SNES game which eventually became Banjo-Kazooie.
Within a week, the first recognizable level of Banjo-Kazooie was on the screen.
However, after some significant character alterations, the antagonist was changed to Gruntilda, cutting Black Eye from the game and leading him to drown his sorrows at the bar.
All that drinking.
Number 9, not Warcraft, StarCraft.
Stop poking me.
Blizzard is famous for slipping numerous gags into their games, and StarCraft is certainly no exception.
Anytime you're jacked up and good to go.
When the StarCraft Alpha was released, it was often referred to as Warcraft in Space, a derogatory reference to Blizzard's other creation, Warcraft, which StarCraft did admittedly bear some resemblance to. Clicking on the character of Artanis numerous times will force him to blurt out,
This is not Warcraft in space.
While it's a funny little inside gag for Blizzard fans, it also kind of serves as Blizzard's defense for creating StarCraft, making it both hilarious and meaningful.
What do I look like? An orc?
Number 8, that won't be necessary. Fallout 3.
We just need to do a few last tweaks, then it'll be ready to print and distribute. Thanks for all the help.
Wasteland Survival Guide is one of the most notorious quests in Fallout 3, known for being a righteous pain in the butt.
Tell me all about how it worked out.
A character named Moira Brown wants you to do research for a book that she's writing, entitled The Wasteland Survival Guide. Because, of course, she just can't do it herself, because this is an RPG.
Any little piece of information could help the book, and thus humanity.
At the end of that tedious quest, one of your options is to sarcastically ask Moira if she wants you to go print and distribute the book for her. While she cheerily says that that will be necessary, it almost was, as Bethesda originally had you going to Hubris Comics to print the guide yourself. Thankfully, that part was cut, and the quest was mercifully shortened.
But now, the very first copy of our book goes to you. It wouldn't nearly be as good without your input. You're the real wasteland survival guru.
Number 7, Chiseled Shale, Dragon Age Origins.
Once I was a statue, it took those villagers years before they'd even approach me.
Upon your adventures in the Stone Prisoner DLC, you will come across Shale, a chiseled down stone golem whom you can recruit as your companion.
Try to imagine, if it will, what it would be like to be surrounded by nothing but boring peasants.
In the game's dialogue, Shale explains her smaller size by stating that her owner chiseled her down because she couldn't fit through the doors of his home. This is a perfectly acceptable answer because this is exactly what the developers did, except, with a computer instead of a chisel.
They chisel. And a lot of nerve.
Basically, during playtests, Shale kept getting stuck in doorways due to her immense size. So, in order to alleviate this problem, they shrunk her down and added in the line of dialogue explaining away her smaller stature.
I was once larger, 10 feet tall. Then the loathsome hag complained that I couldn't fit through the doors.
Number 6, Clog, GoldenEye 007. While many of the guns in GoldenEye 007 are modeled after real-world weapons, they all take on original names unique to the game. One of these guns was named Claw, a submachine gun which is found in the multiplayer and various Russian levels of the campaign.
Claw.
During the game's development, the gun was referred to as the Scorpion BZ-61, after its real-world counterpart, but was changed to Claw in order to honor Ken Lobb, a man heavily involved in the development of the game.
You made the right choice.
Of
That
course.
was my conclusion.
Ken
While
Lobb.
Lobb is certainly an interesting sounding name, it kind of sucks to share a name with a gun that nobody wants to use. Number 5. Gandhi loves to nuke. Civilization series. Well, I think we can safely say that the Civilization series is not historically accurate.
Prepare for war.
In what has become the series' defining joke, the famed Indian pacifist just can't help himself from dropping nukes on everybody.
And boom goes the dynamite.
In the original game, Gandhi's aggression level was set to 1 to reflect his real-world persona. But when you enter diplomacy with a nation, their aggression level is reduced by 2. The in-game code doesn't recognize values of -1, so his aggression level was looped back to a maximum number of 255, making him insanely aggressive.
That's way too much.
In keeping with this funny bug, Gandhi has always been a highly aggressive nuke dropper ever since. Sure, it's a little inappropriate, but you also have to admit it's pretty funny, right?
The day is yours. I hope you will be merciful in your triumph.
Number 4, Hideo Kojima, Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, and Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
What the gizmo? We'll talk about here.
It's not often that a developer will literally insert himself into a game, but then again, this is Hideo Kojima, so when did he ever play by the rules? The
Right.
Phantom Pain and the game's precursor, Ground Zeroes, Snake is enlisted to help rescue series creator Hideo Kojima in a special side quest. If this is successfully accomplished, then Kojima will appear as a worker in Mother Base. While some players may not know who he is, it's certainly cool to work with the series creator one-on-one. Well, at least in the game. Number 3, John Romero's head. Doom 2. The Doom series is certainly not light on violence. It's fitting then that one of the game's developers makes an appearance as a severed head. To access the head, you need to employ the ID click cheat code and then launch yourself into the icon of Sin's head. Once you're inside, you come face to face with the decapitated head of John Romero, complete with dripping blood in typical Doom fashion.
Okay.
If that wasn't cool enough, the head also serves as a mini-boss of sorts, as you can attack it and successfully complete the level. Sure, it's definitely a bit creepy, but this game isn't for kids.
Of course it's for kids. It's rated M for mature.
Number 2, Guybrush, The Secret of Monkey Island.
My name's Guybrush Threepwood, and I want to be a pirate.
If you were thinking that Guybrush is kind of an odd name, we can't exactly blame you for it. As it turns out, the developers didn't even intend on naming their character Guybrush. It was kinda handed to them on a silver platter.
Yeah?
The imaging software that the developers were using to design the character saved the files with the extension .brush. When they saved the character with the placeholder name Guy, the file became guy.brush, which stuck with the developers, giving the character his unique and offbeat name.
Well then, Threepwood.
Guess that explains that.
Guybrush Threepwood.
In our opinion, it couldn't have worked out better, as the name paired perfectly with the game's wacky sense of humor.
Hey, I think I hit something. Oh boy. It's a t-shirt.
Number 1, Noob Saibot, Mortal Kombat 2. For such a brutal game series, Mortal Kombat certainly has a sense of humor.
Rebellity.
Case in point is the mysterious Noob Saibot. Not only is Noob just a hilarious name in general, but his name is derived from the last names of the 2 series creators, Ed Boon and John Tobias, just spelled backwards.
Saibot wins.
This wouldn't be the last time that Mortal Kombat snuck in a development gag, as the character of Ermac was named after the game's debug menu, which used Ermac as an abbreviation for Error Macro. While certain Mortal Kombat characters definitely have interesting names, they don't have nearly as memorable a backstory as either Noob Saibot or Ermac.
Make a wish. You're getting ripped in half.
time wins. Fatality.
Do you agree with our list?
Believe me, you're not the first who's tried.
Do you know any funny inside jokes in games? For more informative top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to Watchmojo.com.
Get this, pick up that, put it down, pick it up again. The goal.
Yeah, it's a rarity for a Watchmojo video like this to have no honorable mentions. But in the case of top 10 inside jokes in video games, it's worth it. They only have 10 in their entry list, not just more than 10. Anyway, this is Marvelous 75, and I will catch you on the flop side.